national and international journals. He has published 7 books on diverse issues of South Asia. The floor is yours.
First and foremost, I am thankful to the organizer for this lovely seminar and timely seminar, which is extremely important for stabilizing peace and harmony in contemporary world, which is confronting with virus of violence, which is detrimental to the human existence. I am presenting one of the most turbulent relationship between, within the world, that is called India and Pakistan relationship, and many among us are aware about the fact that since its inception in 1947, India and Pakistan has been having a kind of turbulent relationship. At the same time, right from 1948 till 2011 November, India and Pakistan has inked 23 bilateral big agreements, including nuclear issues, including water issues, including border management issues, etc., etc. But still, things are turbulent. And why it is turbulent, I will dwell upon this, and what kind of implications it is implementing on South Asian scenario. How South Asia will be a peaceful area or not. It will be, I will argue, it will be decided by the level of relationship between India and Pakistan. Peace and harmony, by the way, is an old phenomenon, and it is practiced since millennia, and there are ample proof to indicate the fact that peace remains as one of the most important goal of contemporary people every time. After the end of the Second World War, it has again become a big agenda. Somehow we have managed the prevention of Third World War, but again more people we have lost in comparison with First and Second World War, after Second World War till date. So peace is not visible in total sum of the entire global situation, and Pakistan and India is one of the area which is one of the most turbulent and one of the flashpoint of the global scenario, because both countries possess nuclear weapons of mass destruction, and after May 1998 bomb of explosion, both are declared nuclear country, and any point of time that can be used, and there is a strong possibility that given the situation in Pakistan, which is extremely tough right now, not other than President Asif Ali Zardari has stated in General Assembly of the UN in September 2012 that since Benazir Bhutto was assassinated, his wife and former Prime Minister of Pakistan in December 2007, since till to date, September 2012, 37,000 common people and 7,000 soldiers and policemen, paramilitary forces have been killed in Pakistan while confronting with terrorism. And one simple example which can which can provide a kind of big satisfaction to Thomas Hobbes, who propagated the human sentiment as a very brutish, nasty and sort, and his Hobbesian state of nature is well known, and he would have been happy in his grave that what he has said, it is true in Pakistan. The simple proof is that Pakistani economic capital is Karachi, which has 18 million population and contributes 23% of the total GDP, and it has lost 2,300 people in 2012 only, 1 year. So this is a kind of scenario, and why it is so? There are many versions, but I will argue that there are 2-3 factors which is extremely important, which preventing Pakistan to forge a good relation with India, or somehow preventing India to go beyond a kind of level. Both India and Pakistan has fought 2 full war and 2 half war. Full war in 65 and 71, and half war in 1948 and again in 1999, that is Kargil war. But composite dialogue process, which includes Kashmir, Sub Creek, Siachen, water dispute, is continuous since 1997. And there are intervals when in 99 Kargil was incurred by Pakistani military, and then there was a war, 1 month war, and that resulted into the killing of almost 3,000 soldiers from both sides. And then in November 2008, when Indian economic capital Mumbai was attacked, and President Tariq of Pakistan has stated that Pakistan is not responsible for that attack. Non-state actors are responsible for that attack. So, I mean, there is a nexus between that kind of non-state actors and Pakistani establishment, and I will come on these things just on. According to Ian Talbot, President Clinton, former President of America's junior foreign minister, he is saying about Pakistani military, I am in Turkey, so I must salute Turkey army because Turkey army is known for protection of constitution, but Pakistani army is at the same time is known for eating the constitution. Constitution is just a mere piece of paper for Pakistani army. What Ian Talbot is saying, it is impossible to appreciate the impact of the army on contradictory domestic and foreign affairs without acknowledging the congruence between its interests and those of significant sections of Punjabi society. This helps to explain, in part, the continuities in policy over Kashmir between periods of civilian rule and martial law, and in interest group in interpretation within that fact that army as standing apart from society, ignoring this reality, it projects a dichotomy between development-minded politicians and security-driven generals. There is a very nice article written by a leading Pakistani author, Suja Nawaz, I mean former Pakistani ambassador of United States and United Kingdom. Maliha Lodi has edited a new book in 2012 which has been published, Pakistan Beyond a Crisis Stage. So Nawaz writes in that particular article that General Ziaul Haq, 1977 to 1988, Ziaul Haq ruled as a military dictator in Pakistan. He synchronized his so-called Islamization policy with American-backed support for the Afghan resistance movement in the 80s, signaling a departure from earlier regimes that had restricted themselves to periodically appeasing the religious lobby with symbolic displays of Islamic symbols. Jia, upon becoming the Chief of Army Staff, changed the Army's motto as faith, piety and jihad in lieu of unity, faith and discipline, established by none other than the Qaid-e-Azam of Pakistan, great leader of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So, I mean, what kind of impact is on the military dominance in Pakistan? It is a very clear fact globally. Former Secretary General of the United Nations, Boutros Ghali, has said in his famous article on militarism and human rights that in those societies where military is powerful, there is no possibility of human rights, there is no possibility of democratization, there is no possibility of the realization of real fundamental human freedom, because the sustainability of any military regime rests upon exploitation and negation of those particular rights. So it is a very well established theory, and two important argument has been made by scholars, but before coming on those one, I will tell you that what kind of impact the dominance of army is on the Pakistani state, Pakistani society. According to the latest report given by World Bank, defense expenditure as a percentage of gross domestic product in Pakistan was around 3.4% compared with India's 2.3%. Among the highest burden of military spending of the world. As Pakistan develops and its economy grows, the opportunity cost of the defense spending will rise dramatically. This is a huge challenge for the regime as it ponders its political future on one hand, and the nature of the army in Pakistan needs to ensure the security of the other. And I must tell you that when in 60s, early 60s, Pakistan was at par with South Korea in terms of economic development. But today, where is Pakistan? Where is South Korea? It is very clear. I have nothing to make you. People are already aware about this. So there are many issues between India and Pakistan. I have mentioned Kashmir, Sar Creek, Siachen, water dispute, because India is an upper riparian state. Downward, there are many rivers which is going towards Pakistan. Almost all rivers which is flowing into Pakistan is originating from India or originating from China, Tibet, and crossing India and going there. So there are certain conflicts, but Indus Water Treaty there 1960 it is still working, and despite many wars it has not been dismantled. It is still under operation, but still, Kishanganga issue on other water dispute, there are problems. But two important factors which I would like to mention, which is creating problems for Pakistan, excuse that it can't be a very, it can't establish a good relation with India. Number one is Kashmir, and number two is Afghanistan. Kashmir is an old issue. When India became independent or Pakistan became independent, Kashmir emerged as an issue. But the question still remains that Kashmir is availing a kind of democratic framework under Indian constitution, and we all know that Indian constitution is different from any other constitution, particularly Pakistani constitution, because that India is a sustainable democracy. And Pakistan, first time in the history of Pakistan, after 67 years, a first elected government has completed its constitutional tenure on 16 March 2013, and fresh election has been ordered, and that is on 11th May 2013. So, what are the hopes? Now, come on, the chairman has indicated me to stop within 3-4 minutes. So, what are the positive things? Asif Ali Zardari, Pakistan People's Party, has completed first regime, 5 years of constitutional mandate, and it is the first government with coalition partners which is unprecedented in Pakistan. Despite the fact that judiciary is creating problem and many other factors were pulling the leg, but Zardari led Pakistan People's Party has not only successfully completed its tenure, despite chaotic internal situation, it has done a good job on India-Pakistan front. It has done a kind of push the MFN issue. India has already given Pakistan MF, most favored nation status in 1995, and Pakistan has not responded it. Therefore, SARC has not been successful. India and Pakistan is dealing almost $3.2 billion bilateral trade this financial year, and selected to be $7 billion by 2015. And according to World Bank, 300% official and unofficial trade is going on at the same time. So $20 billion unofficial trade is going on, and who is the largest beneficiary? Terror network. Because terror network need money to continue their business, and that money comes from this illegal trade. Drug trafficking is very much rampant in Pakistan. The only hope which I can see is that Pakistan constitutes a young society right now, like India. Over 50% Pakistanis are young people. They are not laden with the burden of history. They are willing to ensure their life successful, bright, and they want a good relation with India. And if India-Pakistan will have a good relationship, of course, India will be more beneficiary than Pakistan. Being an Indian, I am saying that a strong Pakistan is in a better interest of India than itself for Pakistan, because of many practical reasons. And the fact remains that India is already an Asian power and aspiring to be a global power. So India must show its credential as a peaceful country to be cohesive with the South Asian neighbors. And Pakistan issue, India will be tested in its behavior. I think last 5 years, despite Mumbai terror attack, which we lost 167 people, including 25 foreigners. So it was a big attack. So such kind of terror provocations will happen in future too, because non-state actors, particularly, I am saying it is a state actor because Pakistani army directly involved in terror attacks, not only in India, even in Afghanistan. It is accepted by Americans. Why American entire situation is not improving? Afghanistan is a hell right now in the globe. Since last 35 years, 4 million Afghanis have lost their life. There is hardly any family in Afghanistan who is not led by a widow and not led by a disabled. This is a very peculiar situation, and that Pakistan has contributed a lot while first assigning with America anti-communism plan, and now with the war against terror. With both, if Afghanistan will stabilize, because India's stake is very much and global stake is very much involved in Afghanistan. India has already invested $2 billion in Afghanistan, and Pakistan, by all counts, is insisting that Indian role must reduce in Afghanistan. So this is another tussle of mind. But despite all those things, it is common way in foreign policy. I think there is a big hope. Things depend on which kind of government is emerging after May 2013 election in Pakistan. And I wish that either Zardari or Nawaz Sharif, Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz will come, and then both political parties under COD, Charter of Democracy agreement signed between Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif when they were in exile in 2006 London. There is a common agreement that they will foster a good relationship with India, and Zardari, despite all pressure, has done a good job, and India must respond. India must even face certain embarrassing situation, but even though sustain this process, and that is in a bigger way, in a larger interest of South Asia, and that will not make entire South Asian life good, but make Pakistani life also good, Indian life also good, and in addition, it will ensure global peace and harmony as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Singh. I'll remember to now the organizer.